Hi, everyone. It's Alaina Shear, and this day is a very somber one for all of us in this nation because 19 years ago, at 8:46 a.m. in the morning, we were changed forever on September 11th. In a single moment, everything we had and held dear, our safety on the mainland and that sense of security, was ripped away. All of us were united in our horror, our fear, and our patriotism when a group of terrorists led by Osama bin Laden flew two jet engines straight into the World Trade Centers of New York City. On that morning, I was live on the air as a news anchor with the WNCI Morning Zoo. Just 22 years old that day, I had no idea how much the event would change and shape my life and all of our lives. This morning, I wanted to play the audio for you of the minutes when it all unfolded right before our eyes.
The next piece of audio is kind of unique and a little warning. It is very serious.
This is our actual broadcast from September 11th, 2001.
Hold on, I gotta break in here a second.
Here it is.
It's 8:53. We're watching currently on TV a live shot of New York City, and if you can imagine what's the worst building you could ever imagine catching on fire, it's the World Trade Center.
A plane crashed into the World Trade Center this morning.
Oh my God. That's what it looks like. The side of it looks like there's 3 floors just taken out of the side.
Yep. Alaina.
Yeah.
Go ahead.
Don't have anything.
Okay.
Don't have a thing right now.
We have
it's just
a plane crash.
Hold on, let me see.
It's
here.
a plane crash into the
plane
center.
has crashed into the World Trade Center.
That's
what we got
unbelievable.
from television reports from witnesses on the scene. That's what they saw, a small plane. And right now,
Wonder
the
if it was
pictures, it looks pretty bad.
looks horrible. I wonder if it was like a suicide type thing or just a
I
plane
don't
gone
know.
bad.
A World Trade Center fire, a gang roundup. Good morning, it's 9 o'clock on WNCI's Alaina Shear. On Tuesday morning, here's what's happening. A small plane has crashed into the side of the World Trade Center. We know very few details at this time. This eyewitness was there.
I heard the plane very close to the top of the buildings. I looked outside and I saw it hit and it exploded immediately.
Hi, Alaina.
Yeah.
Do you have a TV monitor by you?
Yes, I do.
It looks almost like a movie special
Awful.
effect. It is so surreal.
Oh, it is so weird.
We're watching it all the TV stations, all the networks right now are have live
Oh,
cameras on the World Trade Center.
What was that? That was another plane. It just crashed into it. Another plane.
Oh,
just crashed into
my
it.
God.
It was definitely deliberate.
Into the next one. Into the next one. Oh my God.
Oh my
they hit
gosh.
oh my God.
Oh,
I cannot believe I'm watching
another
this.
plane just crashed right into it. That was
It hit
probably
the other tower, right?
I don't know. Did it hit? I don't know.
I pray
I
to
can't
God
see from
people
this
were out
angle.
of there. Oh my God.
Well,
There's
that was the other tower. So
I know, but you would think they'd have to
Mike,
start
can you-
evacuating everybody.
I'm just sick to my stomach.
I
This is-
really got sick
This is
myself.
Absolutely unbelievable.
If you're driving around and you don't have access to a television, we're going to try to relate this to you. The World Trade Center is obviously, if you can imagine, there's 2 long, thin buildings. And for the past 10 minutes, we've been watching coverage of one of the buildings on fire. 9/10 of the way to the top, a twin-engine plane has crashed into it. 1 minute ago, another explosion came. Another plane ran itself right into the other Trade Center tower.
Yes, and that one
And
you could clearly see.
We're
that
making
was on tape.
assumptions here, but it would be deliberate.
I want to puke.
I am sick to my stomach as well.
Puke.
This will be a day. Remember this day. Tuesday, September 11th, 2001.
Jeez.
We will be talking about this day for years.
Now, if we could all just pause for a moment of silence and remember the lives lost. Just a short time after this broadcast, Flight 93 was hijacked as it was flying over northern Ohio. It was originally thought to be intended for the White House or maybe the Capitol building, but the flight was diverted after brave men and women on the plane fought the hijackers. The plane still crashed in a field in Pennsylvania, and they all lost their lives. And at 9:37 a.m., another plane hit the Pentagon. And after the dust settled and the carnage stopped, I'll never forget the silence. There were no cars on the roads, colleges and schools immediately shut down, and not a single plane in the sky. And together we were united as Americans in our utter sorrow, our shock, our loss, and our devastation. The World Trade Centers were ours. New York City was ours. And the attack on them was an attack on all of us. In total, 2,977 lives were lost that day. 6,000 others were injured. Of those lost, 343 were firefighters and 71 law enforcement officers. They were climbing those stairs, trying to rescue as many as they could before the towers collapsed. In that moment, our president at the time, who I disagreed with on so many issues, George W. Bush, he joined forces with New York City's officials to provide whatever support they needed. We all did. We all did our part as a nation. We slowly but surely picked up the pieces, and together we recovered from September 11th. And here we are today, and it puts things in a stark perspective. Since COVID-19 struck, we have lost 180,000 lives. 4,354 Ohioans have died, and 134,000 Ohioans have been diagnosed with COVID. Untold numbers will have long-term side effects or conditions brought on by the disease. And in this moment, when the death toll is far greater than it was on 9/11, the economic devastation also far greater than we could ever imagine, we stand divided. This while our frontline workers, our physicians, our nurses, our firefighters, our police, our teachers, our most precious resource as a country, they go to work every day wondering if they could be next. And this while our children watch it all happen and wonder, when will we stop fighting? When will we show them what patriotism really looks like? I'm not speaking to you as a politician. I'm speaking to you as a fellow American right now. We must stand united. We must choose unity over division. We must choose life over death. We must choose our neighbors over ourselves. Right now, we all want that. I know we do. This means that no matter where you stand, left or right, Republican or Democrat, liberal or conservative, you must stand first as an American. You must choose your country over your party and listen to one another and not jump to judgment. Talk to each other. Talk to your neighbors. The labels have got to go and only one should remain, and that is American. I love you all. Be safe out there. Wear your masks and keep your distance. This isn't about you. This is about all of us. Remember that. And remember, the kids are watching. And right now, we need each other more than anything.